Fabiano Caruana and Peter Svidler just finished in a draw. So the first question to the players about the opening, who was trying to surprise whom actually today?
Well, I normally prepare for the Grunfeld against Fabiano because he tends to play d4 against me, but as usual this morning I looked at the sheer amount of open games he's played in him over the past year and a half, and I thought, I should probably just try to prepare for e4 this time. And of course, that's a wasted morning, but well, I mean, we've played a lot of games, and f3 is a new move in our discussions on move 3.
Move 3 already, yes.
Fabiano normally either played some classical Grunfelds or g3 systems against me, but I mean, f3 is a very topical line these days, and it shouldn't really be much of a surprise.
Yeah. So what about you, Fabiano? You tried to surprise your opponent with d4 move.
No, I mean,
or not?
I wouldn't really call it a surprise because every other game I played d4 also in Peter.
Yeah, well, against me, it's almost solely d4. Yeah. The one blitz game I found with one e4 somewhere.
Yeah.
And I mean, I played f3 a couple times, but I played a lot of stuff against the Grunfeld, but I didn't think it would be a real surprise. But knight c6 was a surprise for me. I actually played this against Anand myself just a month ago or something.
Yeah.
And
but I knew this wasn't really an ideal choice because this particular line with knight c6 has become very topical recently, and I assumed I was running into some sort of preparation, but the line I normally play against f3 is very, very forcing, and I didn't repeat it before the game, and if you do one thing wrong there, you're very likely to get a very, very bad position, so I didn't really want to go there. So this looked to me like a decent alternative to get a position where the price of a mistake is not that high.
And so about this position after king g8, it didn't happen so often. I mean, before also black used to play f6.
Yeah, I considered f6, but I couldn't quite make it work after knight f3, and I thought, well, it's an interesting idea, but yeah, f6 knight f3, I suppose the idea has to be e5. That was my understanding. That I mean, unless you play e5 here, there's really no reason to play f6.
Yes?
No. I mean, with black.
Yes.
Okay. Let me do this. Yeah.
Yes.
I thought, I mean, if you play f6, the only point of this move that I could see was to play e5 immediately. But after takes, and takes, I couldn't quite make it work in lines like this. It seemed to me that well, if nothing drastic happens, I'm just going to be playing some kind of a pawn down endgame with no real compensation. And once again, a move like f6 is a nice move if you know something about the position. But when you're playing it for the first time, I thought, I mean, let's not touch in general in Grunfeld, the less you touch the f7 pawn, the better. So I thought let's keep it there for a while and see what happens.
Yeah. What about you, Fabiano? You were satisfied with the opening results today?
Well, not really, because I kind of forgot everything that I looked at. And I remembered basically what my idea is, but I wasn't sure if it's after knight f6 or king g8. And so after king g8, I just couldn't remember anything. And as for f6, I didn't really consider it. I mean, it looks very strange to me.
Yeah, I mean, unless something forcing works there, I don't see the point of f6 here, frankly. Yeah. I suppose the main line here should be something like knight f3.
e6, I guess.
e6, you think? I thought about c6 and then h3, knight f6 and castles.
Or can I take on c6? Shouldn't it be better?
You could, yeah.
Maybe without h3, I'm not sure.
Without h3, I thought if you take here, I might maybe consider playing queen c7, but it actually transposes. That was my idea, was to get something like this, queen c7 and
yeah, okay, let's say I play h3.
Yeah, or in this position, dc6,
yeah,
queen
dc6.
c7.
And
e5, knight h5, I don't know. My problem is I would like to play e5, rook g8, but then knight b5 just wins, so I have to waste another tempo on something. But
it looks pretty shaky.
Yeah, it does, but once again, I mean, I had no solid knowledge here, and I thought this at least gives me an interesting kind of sharp position. And the other way you can approach this is to play castles. Now, cd5, e5 doesn't really appeal very much, at least.
Knight e8, I guess. Or knight h5, maybe.
Or knight h5, maybe. Maybe this is not that bad, actually, yeah. But I thought I could also play queen c7 here. And then we get this strange kind of endgame, queen e5, fe5, knight h5. Very strange pawn structure. I couldn't really figure out what's going on here, but...
I would have gone for dc6 for sure, and
yeah.
I'm not sure exactly what, but...
no, knight f3, e6 also is, of course, a very reasonable move, but...
This is the problem, I didn't see anything here, actually.
Yeah.
That's why you choose bishop b2. Yes,
Yeah.
But after bishop e2, I think black should be fine because, well, obviously the only point of this move is to take on g4. I mean, the ambitious point of this move is to take on g4 and play f5 here. But it seems to me that black has a variety of options here which lead to good play. I was planning to play e5. It appealed to me on aesthetic grounds,
Yeah,
frankly.
nice.
Yeah, I think the best move here is queen f2, and then I take on f5. And if queen g3, I just play king h8, and let's say e5, rook g8. A position like this, I think white could be in a lot of danger here. I think it could potentially get very, very ugly for white. So I thought after gf5, white has to take, and now black plays queen g5, and he's in time to get the f5 pawn.
Could you maybe take on d5? Is it possible?
Yeah. It is, but...
I'm just looking for some tactics.
Yeah, it gets kind of messy. I don't know, h3, you mean d4 or something? Well, d4, the point is even hg and b takes c3, and the rook...
Okay, d4 looks kind of dangerous.
Yeah, the rook kind of joins in the game.
And maybe knight takes d5?
Yeah, knight d5, knight d5, for a second I thought queen takes d5 is a good move, and then I spotted queen b4, which was...
Also a draw, I guess.
Rather unfortunate. Yeah, probably, but once again, I'm not playing for a win there. So I have to take with the pawn. And in general, with pawns on f7 and g7, I would be much better. But with pawns on g6 and f6, I think objectively this position is almost impossible to win, and I was not helped by completely ignoring the only threat white has in this position. I should probably play something like rook d7 or...
Yeah, I was expecting rook d7.
Yeah, but I thought, okay, let's make the queen side safe for a second, and forgot about rook d3, because I thought that I can play rook c8 and then take on f4, and then I realized that you just take on d8, and you know I might regret this decision.
No, it should also be a draw.
Probably should still be a draw, but yeah. So in this position, yeah, I could play something like queen e7, rook e3.
I could also play queen f2. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, after queen e7, I think queen f2 might be an immediate draw.
Though I was worried somewhere about queen f7 and
I don't know, queen f7,
and something like d4. I mean, but yeah, probably a8 is hanging. So
yeah, no, it's not really anything. So at this point, I just figured that regrettably, I just have to accept that the game is about to end in a draw, and we just swapped everything after rook c8. So
yes, thank you for your comments.
Sure.
And do we have questions for the players? No, I think you explained everything today for the game.
I think we covered it pretty well. Yeah.
Yeah. So my last question is just about the organization here and how do you find yourself in Tashkent? Have you ever been here before?
No, this is my first time, and so far everything is fine. I mean, it's obviously an excellent, inspirational hall to play in, and it sort of I like very much this current trend of hosting chess tournaments in sort of highbrow art galleries and places like that. But I mean, so far I haven't been able to see much, but so far everything has been excellent.
Thank you, Fabiana.
yeah, it's also my first time in Uzbekistan, and yeah, I mean the organization is really great. The playing hall is beautiful, and I think it's all very professionally held. So.
Have you time to watch some pictures here, or you were concentrated only on the game? Have
Well,
you seen some photos?
Yeah, I did.
Pictures,
I did have a look around, but I can't say I can name any particular one that caught my eye.
Just were looking around. Okay, thank you. If you don't have questions, thank you for your attention.